Okay, and with that, welcome everybody to another edition of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. That's right, here today on August 28th, 2019, as we're here with episode number 36 of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, along with it being the final episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast as well. Yes, I'll talk about more of that later on here today, because I did make a bit of an announcement that this is actually the final podcast episode ever going to be happening, and I'll talk about more of that here later on here in the podcast. So yes, to quickly go over things, yes, we have a lot to talk about today. We have our subscriber shout out to do, so we're going to say thank you to everyone who's subbed to the channel. We also have some month recaps just to talk about what's been going on in the past month and a half here, or just the past month, I guess, and what was been going on in August here on the channel in case you are missing it. We also have some plans for the month as well. We also have our schedule for September 2019 to announce as well. On top of that, we have some news and announcements as well. We have our highlight of the month as well, and a Q&A session. You probably will be saying, what about the cast of the month? Well, this month, because today is this is going to be the last episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, which I'll talk about that later on today as well. I had no one to decide on who to be the caster of the month, so there is no cast of the month section for this month, just because unfortunately I couldn't come up with anybody who I thought would be, because I didn't want to do duplicates of people that have already been it before too. So it was like, I'm not sure if I wanted to do one and whatnot. I mean, I could have picked somebody that I wanted, but I couldn't really decide who to choose from. So there will not be a cast of the month nomination for this month, unfortunately. So yeah, but we'll consider this month for September that everybody's a caster of the month. How about that? How about that? Everyone can be a caster of the month. How does that sound? So yeah, but yeah, so I think without further ado, why don't we get things rolling right here, right now, shall we? All right, so let's dive in. So the first thing of the cast is what we're going to be talking about here is our subscriber shout out, as we give a nice little thank you to everybody who is a sub during the past month, whether if you subbed on your own or if you were gifted a sub or whatnot. You still do get a subscriber shout out for being a sub for the past month here on the channel. So we'll quickly go over the people who were subbed to the channel. So let's go and throw down some names right here, right now. So here's who we have to thank. So thank you to Billy3802. Thank you to Grady Dose. Thank you to Co-Paylord. Thank you to Captain Paladin LP. Thank you to Super Mutant 2099. Thank you to 007565. Thank you to 5 Rupapone 2. Thank you to Staffel 45. Thank you to FD907. Thank you to Dual Vision. Thank you to Fluffy Smolder. I don't remember that one, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. Who else we got here? Thank you to I think Takata was as well. It says here. Thank you to I Know Kitty. Thank you to Axial Matt. Thank you to Midnight Spy. Thank you to Edgehead011. Thank you to Tampa Bay Boy 44. Thank you to Cthulhu Hoop 2744. Thank you to Joshy Gamer Twitch. Thank you to Kippy00. Thank you to The Random Reject. Thank you to Jinjos. Thank you to Apparition. And thank you to Rasher24. So there you go. So thank you for everybody for subscribing here on the channel for the past month. I do appreciate that was your sub shout out for the month. I will also be talking about later on here, since this is the last episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast, how this is going to work basically down the line. So definitely stay tuned. There will still be a point where you'll be giving a thank you for that, but it'll be a little bit of in a different way than I've been normally doing it. So yeah. But yes, as I've always mentioned here on the channel, that subbing is 100% optional. It's the best way to support me in what I do here and what on Twitch, if you'd like to do so. Just being here helps the most, but it's just a way you can support me in what I do if you would like to do so. It's not entirely needed. You can use $4.99, $9.99, $24.99, or even Twitch Prime to sub to me. And if you have Twitch Prime, you don't even have to pay a dime, which is nice. And for the month of September, subs for Tier 1 are actually discounted now. Yes, it's a September coming up, and that means that sub cost won't cost as much. So it's like around like $2 or something like that to sub to me. But again, subbing is entirely 100% optional. So if you'd like to sub to me, feel free to do so. But you don't need to. Just being here helps the most. And if you need to unsub, don't feel bad if you need to. By being a sub, you'll get benefits such as emotes from my channel, and you can use all over on Twitch. You get a nice little sub badge by your name, as you probably can see here in the chat with the people that we have here. They have little sub badges by their name, which is awesome. You do get no ads watching me live here on Twitch. You do get benefits in my Discord server and much more. So yes, and so once again, subbing is 100% optional. So yeah, sub to me if you'd like to, but you don't need to. Just being here on my channel, whatever I'm doing helps 100% the most, in my opinion. So yeah, or just spreading the word, that also works too. This is just one step beyond. If you would like to go one step beyond to support me when I do here on Twitch. So yeah. But yeah, so thank you very much for those of you who were subbed for the past month. It was awesome. Thank you very much for everyone who gifted subs as well. I appreciate it, and yeah, it should be awesome, and hopefully we can keep a lot of the amazing support here in the next little while as well down the line here on the channel. So yeah. So we'll move on to our next segment here, which is the month recap. That's right. So we're going to talk about what has been going on here on the channel for the past month, just in case you're not following everything I do or haven't been frequently around. That's what I really do on this section, is to talk about what's been going on here on the channel. So to start things off, let's talk about Let's Play Nights. And it was a very busy month for August for Let's Play Nights. The first thing being is that we finished finally game number 164, and that was with Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Yes, we finally finished it up here the first actual week of August. We finally finished the playthrough up after 7 days. It was a very lengthy playthrough, not the longest we've had this season, but it was a very longer playthrough than a lot of the playthroughs this season. We've had 3 playthroughs that have gone 10 plus days, and one almost making it to a 10 again here. So yeah, but besides the ones that don't count of 10 days, this has definitely been probably the second longest, I guess you could say, or maybe fourth longest playthrough, definitely for the season as well. And it was the first fighting game and graphic novels, or just novel, or as well, I guess you could say, playthrough as well. So very fun, really enjoyed it, and we'll definitely be playing more Persona games here at some point. We're officially done Persona 4 the season, however, but look forward to more of them at some point. And oddly enough, we have Persona music playing in the background. How fitting, isn't it? So yeah, that was one of our playthroughs that I've officially been finished up, which, by the way, you can see the whole playthrough in a collection here on Twitch, or available in a playlist over on TGBD Archive. So yeah. We also finished another game. We finished up game 166. We started this at the end of July, and that was with Jak 3. That game has been officially finished up now too, so that game is out of the books too. We finished the Jak trilogy. Fun 3 games. Was probably my second favorite game in the Jak trilogy. I still have to say the first Jak and Daxter was my favorite. Jak 2 was my least favorite for gameplay aspects, but when it came to story in that, I'd have to say Jak 2 was easily the best. Then I'd probably say Jak 3 and then Jak 1 in that order for story-wise. But for gameplay, it's definitely a lot better compared to the second Jak and Daxter. Not as crippling hard at times, like the second game, but it was still had its moments at times, but nothing too crazy and whatnot like the second game. They're definitely a lot more forgiving on the checkpoint system in this one compared to the second game, that's for sure. But I'm glad that I finally finished up these games, the original trilogy that is, and now we can play through the other stuff that this series has to offer, such as the racing game with Jak X. We have the spin-off with Daxter, which is a game that takes place in between 1 and 2. And then there's also that other game, I think it's the Jak and Daxter, The Lost Odyssey, or something like that. I can't remember what the name was called, but it was something like that. But it's apparently the most fan-favorite game in that trilogy too, so cool. I look forward to when we get to that. But that won't be like long time away though, so yeah, but whenever we get to that at some point, so yeah. Yes, and also moving on here, we've also started and finished up game 100 and 67, and that was a Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and this was a fun game too. I enjoy playing these games. They're always super fun. I may not be the best at stealth at times, but I really enjoy these games. They're very fun, and this game definitely mind-fucked me at the end of it too. There's a very interesting cutscene that happens in the game, or a portion that happens at the end of the game, and it is quite the mindfuck. It definitely made me think of some things too, and whatnot. This game, I don't get why it was hated when it first came out. I mean, I get it because you weren't playing as Snake the entire time, but I'm glad to see that this game isn't getting as much of a hate like it was before, because nowadays a lot of people seem to be liking this game, but before, not too many people really were like enjoying this game as much just because of the character you were playing as. Like, I don't think anybody enjoyed Raiden as much, but I think time has passed, and I think people actually don't mind him nowadays, because now has his own spin-off little title that's came out a few years ago with MGR Revengeance, which I need to play at some point, but that'll be after MGS4 whenever I get to that at some point. But yeah, very great game in my opinion. I think that it's a little more confusing than what's going on at times, but that, to be fair, that's just Metal Gear Solid in general. If you're confused with Metal Gear Solid, I mean, you aren't playing a Metal Gear Solid game, right? Now that people say that Kingdom Hearts is the most confusing franchise of all time, no, I beg to differ. I think Metal Gear Solid is more confusing than Kingdom Hearts personally, but that's just me as a whole. But yeah, but yes, that now puts our Metal Gear Solid playthroughs now. I think that was the 4th Metal Gear Solid game we finished here on the channel, so that's great. But yes, moving forward, we have Metal Gear Solid 4 to go for. We have what was it? I always forget what the name of it is. I don't know why I keep forgetting it. Peace Walker, yeah, that's it. Yeah. I for some reason just keep forget about that one in mind. But there's also that one, and then there's also Metal Gear Solid. Or Metal Gear Rising Revengeance as well, which is one I really want to play, but that don't know when that will get to, but at some point it will eventually be played, so yeah. On top of that, we've also started game 168, and that was with Halo Reach, and we'll be finishing it up here on the next upcoming Friday night stream, which is also part of August as well, so we will be, we started and we'll probably most likely be finishing it here in this month as well, so that puts, what is it, the 4 games that was finished here in August, so that's very good, very good. I'm very happy about that, and it's fun to be playing Halo Reach again. I have not played this since, I can't say I haven't played this in a while, but I haven't played the campaign since the game has come out back in 2010, and it's very fun in my opinion. I'm enjoying my time. The Halo games are always fun to go through from start to finish. Not very long games either, but it also depends what kind of difficulty you're playing it on, and we're currently playing it on Heroic for the first time here on the channel, just to go through it and whatnot. But yeah, it's still a very great game. Fortunately, it's not the MCC version of the game, because that version is not out as of this time. I tried to wait for it to come out and stall as much time as I could, but unfortunately, it hasn't come out yet, so we had to do the 360 version, which still runs fine in my opinion, but I would have preferred if we were able to get the MCC version at some point, but for some reason something tells me we're not going to get that until like the fall for sure, so because that's supposed to come out at the same time as the PC version, so, and I don't know when that's coming out exactly. They haven't really specified when exactly, so at some point this year it should be coming out, but yeah, but it is what it is, unfortunately, but yeah, Halo Reach's campaign's still pretty great from what I remember, and yeah, and we'll be done it for sure. That we're like only 4 chapters left in the game. We're in chapter 6, I think, halfway point of it, and yeah, so there's not really too much left to go in the game. So I think some of the chapters might be a little longer as they go on, but nothing too crazy long. So we'll definitely be finishing them up on the next stream for sure. So it will be finished by then. So yeah, and then we'll announce our next game for 169 following the conclusion of that. And on top of that, we've also started our 3rd and final replay of the season, and that was with Dokapon Kingdom, and man, this game is giving me a pain in the ass, let me tell you. We started the game on the Wii, had to cancel it because my copy stopped loading up the disc, So then I had to start playing it on emulator, which we're now playing the game on the PS2, and we started that for the second time throughout this replay. And we've done 3 streams of it, and I still don't enjoy this game whatsoever. It's still not fun to me, and I don't know how long this game's gonna take. As of our last recording or last stream, we barely made any progress. We were stuck on the same chapter. We were kind of stuck in a loop, and we're still in the middle of the same chapter as we were at the end of the second day stream. So yeah, thankfully this game only has 7 chapters, but it can take forever to get to the end if stuff like this happens. So I have no idea when this game's gonna be finished up and whatnot. So damn it, I hate playing this game. Thanks for voting for it, I guess. So yeah, and yeah, so we'll be definitely continuing this for sure for I don't know how long exactly. This could take to like 9 streams. I don't know, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. With this game, it's entirely random, so you never really know for sure how it's gonna really play out. So yeah, but maybe things will turn the tides, and I could win, but I highly doubt it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes as this continues on here. So yeah. So those are been all the playthroughs we've been doing so far, and if you'd like to find any of the archives for them, they are available up on TGBD Archives. There are playlists for them that you can watch from start to finish there, and there also are collections here on Twitch as well, and you can watch all of them on there as well if you'd like the little chat feed on the side, or I guess on the side here, yeah. If you'd like to watch them for whatever reason, you have to watch them with the chat archive, which is really cool. Which is a cool little thing that this site has to offer. Unfortunately, you can't really get that on the Twitch archives on YouTube because there's no chat functionality on my streams and whatnot. But on Twitch, you do get that, which is pretty neat. So yeah, but yeah. So that's basically what's been going on for Let's Play Nights during the month of August. We've been pretty busy for Let's Play Nights. A lot of Monday casts have happened this month, and we're trying to get as many playthroughs done. We're trying to get to 170 and finish the season with 170 playthroughs completed. So we'll see if we can get that done in September. So yeah. So late night beatdowns. Now here's a fun one. So late night beatdowns has been going on this month, and we've had, as of this recording, we've had, I think it was 3. Yeah, I think we've had 3 of them so far. Yes we have. So let's kick off August for late night beatdowns. We did some Smash Bros. Ultimate because a few days before, or I guess a day before, no, 2 days before, they released the new Smash Bros. DLC with the hero from Dragon Quest, and his stuff has all come out and whatnot, when we dedicated an entire stream dedicated to Smash Bros. Ultimate and the Dragon Quest DLC. And he is a very controversial character from what I heard. I heard the internet loves him very much, especially if you're in the Smash community. But for someone who's just casually plays it here on stream with viewers, I think he's super duper fun to play as. But when you face him, he is not a fun time because, man, this guy is a full bag of tricks, because he's basically RNG the character, because anything can happen with him, basically. You don't know what to expect. Like, sometimes he'll hit you normally, sometimes he'll crit you, sometimes he'll throw like some like OP move at you, sometimes he can heal, sometimes, I don't know. It's just, he has so many tactics up his bag, or his moveset, that you don't really know how to face him and whatnot. But and that's why I'm saying he's fun to play as, but sometimes when you face against him, when you're not a hero, it's not a very fun time. But that's just me as a whole. But I'm not the only one who probably thinks that too. But when you're playing against him as a hero, it's actually a very fun matchup. But when you're playing against him not as hero, it's not a fun time. Well, it depends. It depends if the hero you're playing against has good RNG. If he has good RNG, he is he's very annoying to face. But if he doesn't have great RNG, he's not too bad. You gotta pummel him, basically. Just go hard on him, basically, because he has to when he's using his one ability, he has to stand still and pick his move. So he can't move around and whatnot. But when he activates the move, then yeah, you gotta be careful. But yeah. But no, still a great character. I wasn't too sure of him when they announced him, but I'm very glad that I actually found out I actually really enjoy playing as him. He's not really a main of mine. He's just one of those characters I'll use every once in a while and whatnot. But he's fun. He's more funner and more versatile than I thought he was going to be. That's for sure. He's not as kind of lame as I thought he was going to be. So, well done. So I'm very proud of that. So hopefully, the next DLC, the one I'm looking forward to, lives up to all the hype. So yeah. The week after, we went back to doing our 2 games of cast. The first game we played was Mario Tennis Aces. Yes, Mario Tennis Aces was played, and man, it feels like it's been a long time since that's been played. It probably was like sometime late last year we last played Mario Tennis Aces, and the reason why is because, well, it was voted by the viewers to be played, and because this game was actually available for free at the time of that stream for Nintendo Online users. So if you had Nintendo Online, you were able to download the full entire game and play it for a specific number of days and whatnot. So yeah, we had a lot of people playing Mario Tennis Aces that day, which was great because when I used to play it and stream it, we didn't really have too many people that played it or had it. So that's kind of a reason why I didn't really play it too often. But it was but thank goodness for people who voted for that on that day, because it was super fun. It was super fun playing with a lot of people instead of just like one person or whatnot, or just going to tournaments and whatnot, which are still fine, but it's fun when you actually have people you know to play it with, because I think that's more enjoyable as a whole. But as much as I like the tournament mode in that game, I do like playing more with people that actually have the game and whatnot. I think that's more enjoyable personally as a whole. But hopefully that means more people will eventually pick it up at some point, because yeah, game is super good. It's very, very good in my opinion, and it'd be cool if we got more people to actually get it at some point. But if they don't, that's okay too, because yeah, I don't know if there's any more content for the game even coming out. I think we've reached to the end of it already, so but we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong on that, but we'll see. And then we finally played through CTR multiplayer. Yes, this was supposed to happen back in July, but stuff came up and I was not able to do it. So yeah, now we finally played CTR Online, and it is a something. While it's fine, it doesn't lag during the matches. It lags before the matches, and there's times where it stalls, and you have to wait for people to load up and whatnot. I mean, it's not perfect. It was fine. I had a fun time playing it. Just if you're playing against people that know what they're doing, you don't really have a chance. So there's no way to play. There's no way of doing good in those games compared to, like, let's say Mario Kart or like Team Sonic Racing, for example, where anybody has a good chance of doing well. But in this game, if you know what you're doing, you pretty much will destroy people, and that happened to me basically, because yeah, I'm not the greatest at CTR as a whole when it comes to playing against people, because it's a momentum-based racer, and not saying I didn't have a great time. I had a great time playing with people, but it's definitely tough to actually do well against people that know what they're doing, and you can't really win races and whatnot. You'll have a time where you'll make it first, but when they pass you, yeah, it's impossible to actually really catch up to them if they know what they're doing, basically. If you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, you're going to be behind the pack for the most part, in which I kind of was, so yeah. But definitely will play it again at some point. I'll definitely need to practice it for sure, because we'll definitely be doing more CTR at some point, because Spyro is coming out pretty soon for the game too, and his Grand Prix is coming out, so we'll definitely have to do a cast when he comes out, so I can unlock him for my game. So alright, and then last but not least, the last cast that we did before officially tomorrow's stream, which I can't really talk about here, that was with Duck Game and Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Yes, we played Duck Game for the first time in what seems like a while, and there were some fun times to be had with that, in my opinion. Duck Game is always pretty fun. Glad I played it again. It was also a Viewer's Choice poll winner, so thank you for voting for that. And there were some glitches, some lulls, some funny moments, some glitches. I mean, every time I seem to play Duck Game, something seems to glitch up and whatnot, so... but Duck Game is very fun. It's a cheap little game you can get on Steam. I know it's on console and that, but I don't play that for those versions because you can't mod those versions. So the PC version is the way to go, and that's the version we play, and it's super duper enjoyable, especially when we have people that actually have it, and we have a full lobby every time. Great stuff in my opinion. I enjoy playing that game every now and then. I know I don't really pick it too often, but for my slot, but glad to see that a lot of people still vote for it. Glad still people still vote for it, even though I don't really choose it every now and then. It feels like it's a good first game to play for late night beatdowns compared to a second game, but that's just my opinion when it comes to all that. So yeah. And then Blaze Blue, a lot of people actually picked up this game recently, which is nice. So we had a lot of people actually playing Blaze Blue recently, so that's good to see. I'm glad to see we got a lot of people actually picking up Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. Normally when I played Blaze Blue, we only had probably 2 or 3 people to play with, so it was kind of like a dead game. But now we've seen people actually pick it up and whatnot, and it's been more active now, which is good. I think last time we played, I had about 5 people in a lobby of mine, which is great, so that's good to see. And with the whole announcement of version 2 coming out, I'm very excited to see that this game's going to probably be played even more down the line, so yeah. And we'll still be playing BB Tag for sure when on this channel until it's dead, so which probably won't be for a long time, because this game's gonna still getting a lot of content for it, so but we'll see. And yeah, and then we'll also be doing another late night beatdowns cast tomorrow here on the stream, as is this recording, which is the 29th of August, and we'll be doing a viewer's choice game, which the poll is up on the site right now. And we'll also be doing Tetris 99. I'm going to be diving back to Tetris 99 again. It's been a while, and I've been wanting to play it again for some point. And yeah, we'll definitely be doing Tetris 99 again, because I've had an urge to go back to playing some Tetris 99 since the first 2 streams of it I did. So yeah, so that's what I will be doing for late night beatdowns this month. So yeah, so that's basically what's been going on for August for late night beatdowns. Yeah, a lot of variety this month, which is great. So definitely look forward to probably more of it in September. And of course, on Sundays we've also do Mario Kart every Sunday night, where we play Mario Kart Deluxe with you, the viewers, and it's always been a pretty great time. A lot of people have been recently gotten Switches and have come back to play Mario Kart with me during this month, and that is fantastic. So very good. I'm glad to see that Mario Kart has been actually has been very active lately, which is great. We've had a lot of nights where it's been 12 people in every set, which is great. It reminds me of a lot of the early Mario Kart 8 Wii U days, so it's really good to see that we've gotten a lot of people playing this game for sure. So I know we're probably never going to get any content for the game, but yeah, it's still good to see that people are playing this game for sure. During this month as well, we also found out our winner of the 2019 theme set contest. And the winning theme set was Let's Go Off-Road, created by CyberFox, and that means that he's won the contest for the 3rd time of 4 times. Yes, but this was our 4th ever theme set contest, and he's won it 3 out of the 4 times for this contest. So he's very good when it comes to coming up with theme sets, and it seems like a lot of people enjoy his theme sets a lot. So yeah, so he ended up winning, and now it is officially now available on our fruit machine whenever we do theme sets. So yeah, we had actually played it one time too. The day it actually was first put into the fruit machine, we actually got to play it, and it was awesome. Because normally when we add new theme sets to the fruit machine that won the theme set contest, they never really get picked for a number of weeks or months even, but this one actually got picked right off the bat, which is nice to see. So yeah, so once again, congratulations to CyberFox for winning the 2019 theme set contest, and look forward to playing this theme set during theme sets during Mario Kart Sunday streams down the line again. So yeah, it's a very good set in my opinion, and look forward to it. Thank you for everybody who participated as well during the theme set contest as well, for your submissions and all that stuff. Thanks for voting and everything like that. Very fun time. We're probably a little bit more of the quieter side this time for Mario Kart's theme set contest, but still a great time doing the contest as a whole. It's to be determined if it will be back next year, but it's because we're kind of running out of ideas for a lot of the theme sets. So we'll see if we'll do another one. Maybe one final one, but we'll see. I need to come up with an idea if I will be doing another one or not. But that's a ways off to think about. But but we'll get to that point when it comes. So yeah. But yeah, so there you go. So that's what's been basically been going on for the month of August here. Very, very busy month for sure. The last month of summer basically until we start heading into late summer, late summer, fall basically. The transition's getting there. So yeah, a lot of streaming has been done here on the channel. So yeah. So what are the month's plans for September? Well, we'll talk about that real quickly. So in September, we'll be, for Let's Play Nights, we will be starting game 169 and we'll be starting 170. And those will be our last 2 playthroughs for season number 8. Because yes, season 8 is winding down and we have 2 playthroughs left to go that have been decided. So yes, after 170, there probably will be a short little bit of a break from streaming a bit on Let's Play Nights. But there might be some stuff where I might do like leftover stuff or whatnot for a little bit before we start up Season 9, which, by the way, Season 9 won't be starting until October. I should mention that right now. So after we finished up our last remaining playthroughs, we won't be doing much playthroughs until after the anniversary stream. So, and there will be more details on that during that show too, and also about that later on. So stay tuned. Late night beatdowns. Yes, we'll definitely be doing some late night beatdown streams. Of course, we will be. Trying to do these as much as we can. If my Thursday slot isn't taken over by like IRL stuff and whatnot. And if Banjo does come out this month for Smash Brothers, we'll be dedicating an entire late night beatdowns cast to his release. So yeah, look forward to that for sure, because that's some highly anticipated stuff I've been looking forward to, is that DLC. So if it does happen, cool. If it doesn't, well, we'll wait till October. But I think the cards are lining up that it could be happening in September. So definitely look forward to that if it does happen. If it doesn't, like I said, look forward to it in October for sure. So yeah. And as for Mario Kart, yeah, Mario Kart will still be happening as always, and should be fun. So yeah. So there you go. So that's basically the what the plans are for this month for September. So yeah, should be good. So yeah, the last main month of the season for sure. That's basically what I would consider it. So now let's talk about the next thing, and that is the schedule for the month of September. So yeah, so let's dive over here right now to our schedule here. So let's switch things up here, shall we? So transitioning over here, and there we are. We are officially on our schedule, which, by the way, you can look at this over at twitch.tv/AnymanTGBT/events. You can look at this schedule at any point, any time. This is the best way to know what streams and when streams are happening and what streams are happening on what days, basically. So yeah. So here is what September is looking at. So our first stream of September of 2019 is going to be Mario Kart Sundays. Yes, we are starting up September with a Mario Kart stream where we play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with you, the viewers. And I believe this is week number 82. Yes, this is week 82 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So yeah, look forward to that one. It should be great. Late Night Beatdowns will be here on September 5th. I don't know what I'll be playing yet. That's still to be determined. I'll probably have a decision on what I'll choose for my slot following tomorrow's Late Night Beatdown stream. So stay tuned. September 6th, we'll be here with Let's Play Nights. We'll be playing our new game that we'll be starting up after Halo Reach is concluded. So after the Halo Reach playthrough is done, we'll announce the game that we'll be playing for this slot. So stay tuned for that. September 7th, we'll be here potentially probably with more Dokapon, but we'll see how much progress we do on our next Dokapon Kingdom stream. If we actually do get close to finishing it, though, we will add a second September stream of Dokapon Kingdom there and try to finish it up there. And then if we can finish it there, if not, if we're not nowhere close, then expect this to be Dokapon for sure. And then after that, maybe there might be one more after that, or maybe that will be the last one. I don't know. We'll see. September 8th, we'll be here with Mario Kart Sundays, so week 83 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. September 12th, Late Night Beatdowns, to be determined. Not sure what will be played here yet. September 13th will be more of the other game that was announced after Halo Reach. So yeah, September 14th. I don't know yet, so stay tuned. September 15th, more Mario Kart. September 18th, don't know. September 20. Oh yeah, September 18th. Yeah. So there's gonna be a bit of a weird schedule here. So we'll have a Wednesday stream out of nowhere for Let's Play nights. This is to basically make up for no Friday stream, because I won't be able to stream on the Friday. So that's why that's happening here. So this is our slot 1 night here. It will be happening on a Wednesday, which is the 18th of September. September 21st will be the next stream after that, and we'll be here with slot 2 game. September 22nd, Mario Kart Sundays. September 26th, late night beatdowns. Let's Play nights with slot 1 or 2. Maybe at this point we'll be doing 2 games at the same time. Maybe we're doing something, I don't know, we'll see. So, Let's Play nights on September 28th as well. And September 29th will be Mario Kart Sunday. So basically, yeah, that is our schedule for the month of September. So yeah, things could change though, just to let everybody know. I'll basically just say on stream what days, if I'll add a day or a stream day or something like that, but we'll see. So it's just all to be determined, but this is for sure, this is pretty much going to be 100% confirmation of what stream days are going to be happening on what day. So look forward to stream days there, and yeah, it should be good. So look forward to these streams happening on this day here. So but if anybody has questions, I'll answer them on like Discord, down below in the description, in the chat, and like in the comments or whatever. So anywhere, I will try to provide answers and whatnot if you have whatever reason questions on scheduling and whatnot. So yeah. So there you go. So moving on now, let's talk about the highlights of the month. That's right. So this is our highlight of the month. We had a lot of stuff that happened this past month of casting, and our highlight of the month comes from a late night beatdown stream. And if you want to talk about great RNG, here is some great RNG. So here is our highlight of the month for August of 2019. Enjoy.
I'm up to 500 a hand. I'm a little more ballsy.
I'm at $307,000. I basically won like $8,000 in this game so far.
This is
And that closes out the bets. Let's begin.
okay. Andy's got a 4. The violin has a 4.
15.
And he's got 15.
That's 12.
12, wonderful.
Showing 12.
12.
10.
Great.
10.
Viewer does not have blackjack.
Would you like another
God.
Hmm.
And he's in a tough choice.
And 14.
14.
Ready to play?
Oh man, I hate that. I really hate 14.
17.
Ooh,
You clutched that.
Everything all right?
that was a save.
Fuck it.
What?
You're gonna bet?
And
My goodness.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Let's go! Let's fucking go!
If I get a 10 here, I swear to God, Andy.
Highlight this, please, if I have to.
Oh, what the
No.
cards. Everything all right? Lucky 13. Ready to play?
It's bad that I got an ace out of that.
Holy shit, dude!
What the?
Get
What
a 20,
kind-
I don't care. I don't care.
Yo, let's go!
What
Fucking
did you
Andy,
sacrifice
man.
the family gods?
Let's fucking
Fucking
go!
Andy.
Wow!
What-
Just clip
What
that.
did you? What did you sacrifice?
That's highlighted.
I don't know.
That's highlighted.
All my losses at the roulette
Holy
table,
Fuck.
at the roulette wheel, went towards that.
After you're like,
Holy shit!
I don't know what I just saw.
now you can question what I did. That's
Wow.
Smart. What Andy did was bold and stupid and
Oh.
fucking.
I'm not doing that again. Don't worry about it.
And
Blackjack again. Thank you.
Come
I'll
on.
take it. I'll take it.
Would you like
I could have done
bets,
it
please?
too. I could have done it and then I won.
Good luck.
I should have pulled the Andy strap.
10.
Uh,
Got 18.
18.
18.
There's
20 again.
15.
And I
Got
got
5.
15.
Ooh, they're on a 5.
Thank
would
you,
be the time-
dealer. Thank you.
This
so
would be the
much.
time to go ballsy. For me. Ooh, Andy's on 2,000. Wait, what?
What the
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my goodness, this man. This man.
Okay, it's for
Put
One
on
Bizarro
18
World.
and got 21. Fuck.
We're in Bizarro World. Okay.
Yes. Blackjack, see?
That's 12.
Told you it works. I told you it works, Sam. It works.
Another.
I don't
You
even
didn't
know.
believe me. It works.
Holy shit.
Man.
And 9.
Dealer plus, please.
No.
Yeah. 4,000 bits. I mean chips.
Tony. Billy.
God
Why?
damn it. Hey, at least you won blackjack.
Time for
I
bets,
mean,
please.
yeah, I guess.
So it kind of
And
worked.
that closes out the bets.
You did
Let's
win
begin.
money.
10.
That was lit. Oh my goodness. I can't believe how lucky that went. I can't believe that'll never happen again, I don't think. And I don't expect to ever do that in IRL, because I know my luck IRL wouldn't be that amazing, so thank goodness for virtual reality, isn't that right? So yeah, there you go. That was our highlight of the month from a late night beatdown stream. I forgot to mention that we did another late night beatdown stream that had Persona 4 Arena Ultimax as well and GTA Online, which were both very fun. And the GTA Online was for a new update that came out, and that was the new update, which was the casino edition, and that was kind of one of the games you could play in them. And yeah, after having such shitty luck with roulette, I played blackjack, and yeah, everything was all Andy. Let me tell you what. So yeah, Andy would get hated if he did the Shats IRL. I'd probably get mugged. So that's why I would never do it. But yeah, so there you go. That's our highlight of the month, and yeah. So moving on here, it's a channel update, and I got a little bit of a trailer for it. So in case you have not been following the channel for a while, there is something that's going to be coming up here the next month after September, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But first, here's a trailer. Enjoy. All right, so yes, there you go. Announced earlier this month on August of 2019 was the 8-year anniversary stuff. That's right, as yes, it's right around the corner when you think about it. Next month is right around the corner, even though we're just getting into September now. Yeah, it's right around the corner. And yes, that is the 8-year anniversary show. Going to be celebrating 8 years of casting here on Twitch TV. Should be a freaking amazing time. You probably will be seeing that trailer teaser being promoted at the start, middle, and end of streams every time until the event comes and goes. But yeah, celebrating 8 years of casting here on Monday, October 14th, 2019. It should be awesome. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be happening throughout the show as well, such as the viewing of the highly anticipated Top 50 Moments video, as we look back at the best 50 moments that happened in the past year of casting. Yeah, it should be pretty great. Preparations and deciding on what clips are going to be added, being part of it, have been decided are slowly being added right now. But it probably won't be started being developed until after we get to 170 playthroughs. So just so I don't miss anything and whatnot. So yeah, so I can have a final decision if I want to add new clips and whatnot that happened during any of those playthroughs or anything like that. So yeah. On top of that, there are going to be some news and announcements that are going to be addressed during the show as well. So, got some very important stuff that's going to be talked about as well. So, it's regarding like how the channel will be operating and whatnot in the future after during season 9. So, yeah, it should be a very interesting thing to talk about. And as well, we also have our award show polls that you guys can vote for right now. New polls go up every Friday night. Or no, not Friday night, just every Friday on the website. And you guys can vote once a day for the polls. We currently have 2 of them up right now. Those polls being the Mod of the Year and the Replay poll. Yes, so we have a list of all the games, well, not every game, but majority of the games that I've played here on the channel from seasons 1 through 7. And everything that was played from there that wasn't being replayed this season are on the poll. So you guys can vote you can vote 3 of the games that are listed on that poll. And the top 3 voted for games will be replayed at some point during Season 9's Let's Play night. So yeah, it's a lot of games to choose from there, and yeah, a lot of good ones that are on there too. So it'd be nice going back to some of the older stuff too that hasn't been replayed once yet. So yeah, so that should be great. And like I said, new polls go up every Friday. We'll have a new poll going up this Friday coming up as well. So look forward to that. And like I said, you can vote once a day for the polls. So make sure to vote daily to get what you want to have a better chance at winning. And the polls will all be closing on October 13th, 2019 at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So make sure to vote as much by then. So yeah, so I can get all the final data to add for the winners and whatnot. So yeah. And once again, the anniversary show is coming to you live here Monday, October 14, 2019 at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. It should be freaking amazing. And leading up to the anniversary show as well, there will be some news and stuff that will be talked about as well. Maybe will be announced on Twitter, on the website, and all that stuff as well. Regarding even how we always do, like the past couple of years, we've been doing a marathon for all the best moments videos, all leading up to the start of the show. So that will be happening as well. So definitely look forward to that. It probably will be a earlier start for those, just because we have 6 of them now. No. Yeah, 6 of them now, because we had season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, and then we'll have the 8th one being debuted during the 8-year anniversary show. So yeah, so that's what to look forward to. But more information on that when we get closer to the anniversary show. So stay tuned for more information on that and other information regarding the anniversary show as a whole. So yeah. So yeah, that's something to look forward to here. But as I mentioned to the start of today's broadcast, that today is also an end of an era, as moving forward after today, the Monthly Beatdown Podcast will be ending. Yes, today is the last episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. Yeah, I'm going to be moving forward from this as a whole. The reason for it, it's not because I don't enjoy doing it, which I did, so don't think it was the reason. But the reason for it is because, well, it is very time consuming to set all this up every month and whatnot. Gotta go and pick a highlight, gotta go and pick someone's clip of a caster of the month and whatnot. And sometimes there are days I can't decide on things either too. And plus, when it comes to scheduling, I could just easily just say, hey, this is what I'm streaming next, right? And whatnot. So, plus I always like announce stuff like on social media and stuff, like when anniversary stuff and all that stuff goes up to, like the anniversary stuff, for example, was announced a couple days before this episode too, right? So it's not like it's doing much regardless. I mean, it was a nice little fun thing to do with the Q&A session and whatnot as well, but when majority of the episode is mainly just all Q&A session, it makes it kind of like, not even worth doing as much, right? I mean, as much as I like doing the Q&A stuff, most of the episodes were basically just that. It was just mainly just that. I mean, it could return at some point down the line if I wanted to do another one, but as of right now, it will not be coming back for a little bit, just because, I have so much on the plate at the moment when it comes to the channel, and because we have anniversary stuff, we got, I got highlights also to make as well, I got other streams, projects to working on as well, and I just won't have really much time to really do this, basically, so but there will be some new things coming for the channel to replace this, basically, and that will all be talked about at the anniversary show. So there will be some new additions to stream shows here, because I want to add some new things when it comes to the channel as a whole. So that's basically a little bit of an announcement. At some point, maybe I will consider bringing back the Monthly Beatdown podcast, but as of right now, it will be ending for now. So, but at some point, maybe I'll bring it back. But for now, it will be taken off from my channel as a whole, because, like I said, it's easier just to know when I'm going live. I have the event thing here. I always say after during streams when my next stream is and whatnot. So it's not like there's no way I always announce. Plus, I always add like streams in the middle of a week that wasn't originally announced too, so that's also another thing. So I think it's easier just that way. As for news announcements, there's my Discord. I post everything there under the general announcements and whatnot. What else is there? Also on Twitter and Facebook, and even my website, I always have stuff up there at times too. So there are ways you can find all of my information about what's going on in the stream too. So it's not like that's going anywhere too. So, and plus with the Monthly Beatdown podcast coming up, or no, not Monthly, the anniversary stream coming up. Excuse me, I had my words tied up there. There's no reason to really do a Monthly Beatdown podcast next month either, just because there won't be really too much to talk about. So plus I am kind of running out of casters for the cast of the month kind of thing too. I mean, I could add people I enjoy watching, but that's just the thing. I'd rather like to add people that are new and should get shoutouts, basically. So, but that's just how I feel when it comes to that as a whole. So, but that's basically what it is, basically. And plus, it also will open up for possibly more community nights, basically. So off-stream community nights. It's also trying to add to be able to do that more, because those have been pretty successful lately since we've been doing them. Which I appreciate everybody who's come by for those as well. We will be doing one, by the way, on next week. Actually, I'm not sure what day exactly yet. I haven't really decided. But I'm trying to see if I can make it a specific day that I can do once a week, if I'm available, basically. So that's the thing. I have to be open for being able to do it. So we've been doing a little bit of a testing of it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and majority of the days seem to be Wednesdays to be the more popular day to do them. So we could be considering doing them on Wednesdays, basically. So right. And what we've been doing, basically, we've been trying out. We've been watching all of RWBY, basically. We got one more volume left to watch, so we'll be doing that next week. We've been going through Persona 4 the animation as well. We've been watching, and one week we tried out Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. We'll need to get back to that at some point too. But we'd like to branch out eventually to try different things on there, like with Disney Plus coming out. I don't know if the site that we run on will actually have it working. nothing has been said yet about it, if they'll try to make it work or whatnot. But would like to try to do some MCU stuff on there as well, because I don't know. I think binging through the MCU would be very, very cool to do, in my opinion. It'd be such a pretty hype thing to do if I can get that to work, if it works and whatnot. Because I would think that would be great. And then there's also Star Wars that's on there too. We could binge that as well. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that's on there that they're gonna be adding on there that would be kind of awesome to binge through. And then there's also other animes we can go through and other shows and whatnot. A lot of people want me to go through My Hero Academia, for example, because I hear it's the hypest anime of all time. So yeah, there's some stuff too. And then plus, when Ruby Volume 7 ends, I want to do a week where we where we watch the entirety of it once it's all available, basically. Not when it's currently going on, because it would only be like one episode a day, basically, kind of thing. And I'd rather wait till the entire thing is out, so then we can binge through the entire thing when that's eventually out at some point. So yeah, but I don't know when that will be done though. I know it starts in November, but I don't know when exactly it will be ending exactly, certainly. So yeah. But yeah, that's basically the reason. Like, yeah, it's just a lot of work to add on to myself and whatnot. I'm trying to lower the workload for my channel and whatnot, because yeah, everything you do see when it comes to my channel is a one-man working crew. Basically, I basically do everything when it comes to like the graphics and stuff like that, the trailers, all that is basically all done by myself, and I'm trying to lower a lot of that, so I'm not too overworked for my channel, if that's fair to say. So yeah, and especially with the anniversary stuff coming up, which is a time that kind of stresses me out. I'm trying to like lower my my workload a bit so I can actually focus on that, because that stream means very much important to me too. So, and I'd rather enjoy casting too, rather than being burnt out on always having to work on a lot of like layouts and trailers and stuff like that. Which the trailers and that will still be a thing. Don't think that's going anywhere. Like the playthrough trailers, that for sure is staying. But there will be some minor things that will be not returning. But a lot of that we'll be talking about during the anniversary show. So, and that's in October, basically. So basically, how everything's going to be running will be discussed during that show too. I don't want to spoil anything here. But during season 9, a lot of things will be changing, basically. Like not, I wouldn't say a lot of things, but minor. It'll be some minor changes, I should say. Saying a lot is not the correct word to say for that. And I feel like removing one of these shows would actually help out a little bit too. I did like the podcast, like I said. I thought it was a neat idea. A lot of people wanted me to branch out to be more open and whatnot, and this is kind of the idea to do that. And I tried it out, and I enjoyed it for the first little bit. But earlier this year, as this year has gone on, it's kind of been dragging for me, basically. I constantly do it every month. There's been months where it's kind of just, there's not really any news to talk about. And then there's some months that there are very, very a lot to talk about and whatnot. But for the most part, not really much has been really needed to be said, besides today, because we have the anniversary stuff to talk about too and whatnot. But for the most part, it's been mainly a Q&A kind of like stream too, which, again, I can just answer these kind of questions on stream, right? So it's not like I can't do them anytime, any day, right? But yeah, I think it might be easier that way, because I do read the chat and try to answer questions as much as I can when I can too. So yeah, and that's kind of been my focus on that too. It's kind of been a thing I've been thinking about for a couple months now too. So, and I thought we'd end like this one, the last episode, on the last kind of full month, basically, of season 8, right? So I think it worked perfectly that way. So that's the reason why I will be getting rid of it here. This is the last episode for it too. But I enjoyed doing it, but right now I need to take it away for now and just end it for now. But at some point, maybe I'll bring it back. But for now, I will be removing it for now, and maybe trying something different for podcasting, because I do like the idea of it. I think it's fun, but maybe we'll try something different down the line. So we'll see. But for now, it's just something to put on the back burner for now. So, but thank you everyone who's ever watched any of the Monthly Beatdown podcast. I hope people do watch them if they weren't able to make them live here on Twitch. It was fun to do, but maybe do quarterly if you bring it back. I could consider doing that actually. There might be times maybe I'll do it quarterly, but maybe I might consider doing that. So, but right now the decision right now is just to stop doing them for now. And basically just focus on the more fun stuff, like playing games with you guys and playing 3 games on stream. I think that's the more enjoyable thing personally as a whole. So, maybe something I'll eventually bring it back at some point. But right now, I kind of need some away time from the Monthly Beatdown podcast. So for now, it's basically on. I wouldn't say it's yes, it's ending, but it's also like on a hiatus a bit too. So it's kind of a bit of a both scenario. So at some point, maybe I'll bring it back, and it could be a little bit different. So, but we'll see. But for now, yeah, it's gonna be on hiatus for the next little bit here. So but also because this was also the last episode of the Monthly Beatdown podcast, as I mentioned at the start, we don't really have anybody for the Cast of the Month nomination this month, excuse me. Really couldn't decide anybody. That's why we delayed a bit the start today. If you watch us on Twitch, I couldn't think of anybody, so I was kind of trying to think of who I wanted to make it be, and I couldn't decide. So, but yeah, so there's no Cast of the Month for this month as I normally do. Plus, I didn't want to duplicate people that already been it before in the past, so that's why there is no Cast of the Month for this month. This month, so and that would be an interesting thing to bring back for some point. Like I'll have like a Cast of the Month kind of like thing, but yeah, I just don't know how that will work. Oh, I forgot to mention the subscriber shoutout thing. So yeah, so because the show also did the subscriber shoutout where I gave people sub shoutouts and whatnot, I will say now how it will be working now. It will have the same thing like I did like right here, but if you see like the advertisement board on my BRB stream, the pre-stream or stuff like that, there will be a thing eventually, not for the rest of this season, but next season probably for sure. We'll start up where we'll have like a thank you for everyone who's subbed for the month and whatnot, and then have all the people's names on there. That'll pop up. So that's another way I wanted to do that. And maybe there might be a point where, like, if it's the last stream of a month kind of like thing, I'll just go and say thank you to everyone who's subbed for the month and whatnot through there too. So something like that, like right now I'm ending my stream and whatnot. So something in the mind like that, like a ticker. Not like a ticker. It's kind of like how if you watch how here, I guess I'll show for example. When you see this screen, like right here, for example, during any of the streams, you see like where it says like what stream it is right there, and then it transitions to the next image. Right in this image here would be where I would have it basically, like when it like transitions every now and then, I'll have like a thank you to our following people or subscribers, something like that. Kind of like when you watch like people who do like YouTube or stuff like that, where they do like where they thank their Patreons and stuff like that, and they have like their names. I would kind of do the exact same thing like that, and then update it every month basically. Like at the end of every month, I'll update the names that are up like that too. So something during like intermission and startup. Yes, exactly like that. Yes, that was kind of the idea. And then at the end of the month, I'll also actually say thank you to everyone who subbed for the month as well at the end of every month or something like that. But that's to be that one's to be determined. But for now, for the pre-stream and the intermission, that's where I'll probably have everyone's names for who subbed. Because I want to give away have a way that I can thank people on the stream too, since I'm not really going to be doing the podcast anymore. So I need to find an alternative for that. So your name will be on the stream for being a sub and whatnot. So it's kind of just like a thank you for that too. So, and that's the best way I could think of doing it too. So, but I'll decide for sure all the 100% official stuff by October. So yeah, everything will come up by then too. So yeah. So yeah, so there you go. That's a bit of the news for the month is about the anniversary show, and then also the end of the Monthly Beatdown podcast and what's the deal with that. So yeah, but hopefully everybody understands when it comes to that. But I'm sure a lot of people don't really mind. So yeah. But yeah, moving on, we'll be here on our final section here today, and that is our final Q&A session for the Monthly Beatdown podcast. So yes, if you have a question you would like me to answer here on stream, I'll be gladly able to answer it if you use the command !AskAndy here in the chat, and yeah, I'll answer your questions here on stream right now. If you have any questions, I will bring up my little Google Doc here, and yeah, so we'll see how many questions we got. We got 2 at the moment, so we'll read these 2. So yeah, so let me just go individual here. It's easier that way. All right, so the first question comes from Billy. Says, since Lion King / Aladdin remake is happening, is there any Sega Genesis or NES / SNES game you'd like to see remade? Well, I'd like to see more of the these kind of games being remade. I know DuckTales recently was remade, but now it's gone. But you know what they should do? They should put it back up on there. Now, I know the Lion King Aladdin remake's not really a remake, it's a port of the originals. So it's not really a remake per se. It's just a port of the original games put onto a console and whatnot. While the DuckTales one was a full-fledged remake. I wouldn't mind seeing them do DuckTales 2. That would be cool, because they did DuckTales 1, but they never did DuckTales 2, because I know there's a second DuckTales game, and that'd be kind of cool to see them do a second one for that. As a hockey fan, I would love to see them remake a lot of like NHL 94 and stuff like that, like something that plays along like that, because it's one of the first games I ever played were those Sega Genesis NHL games. And it'd be kind of cool if we get a game that kind of played like that. Ooh, Mutant League Hockey should be remade. No, that is something. And Mutant League Football, stuff like that. I think there was a Mutant League Football remake, but they didn't do the hockey one, and I think that would be fun. I think that would be a great remake to have. I think that would be amazing. The hockey one for sure. I think they did the football. They did the football one. Okay, so yeah, I would love to see the hockey one being remade at some point. Or just bring back and give it like online play and stuff like that, because that would be sick. Actually, I would buy that. We have one game that's kind of like that. It's called like was it Bloodsport or something like that? It's on the Switch, I believe, and it's on Steam as well. And it looks really fun. I've been meaning to pick it up at some point. And I think it does have online as well, because it looks super enjoyable. I'm a big fan of those arcadey like sports games a lot. So. Yeah, something like that would be cool to see. For SNES, obviously, I'd like to see like a remake of the greatest like SNES RPG ever created. That would be Chrono Trigger. That would be an amazing thing to be remade, personally. I'm not talking about like just porting it onto like Steam and not like that shitty mobile version they put on Steam. I mean, like they remake it, kind of like what they did with Trials of Mana, or not Secret of Mana. Excuse me, yeah, Secret of Mana. Give it like a remake like that, like give it like a new graphic design and stuff like that, because that would be really sick. Because the last Chrono game we've gotten was like Chrono Cross, and apparently Chrono Cross is hit or miss with some people. It's not as well received like Chrono Trigger is, from what I've gathered at least. I could be wrong there. But yeah, I would love to see a Chrono Trigger remake, because yeah, it'd be a great way to revive the Chrono games, because that's a series that's been dead for forever, and it would be nice. A Super Mario RPG remake, yeah, I'm on board for that too, but if they were to do that, they would have to get Square to do it, right? And yeah. They'd have to do it. I wouldn't want anybody else to actually do it besides them, but they already got a lot on their plate already, so I don't know if we'll ever get that anytime soon, but it'd be nice to see, either if we get a remake or if we got like a sequel to it, because that would be kind of cool. But technically the sequel is Paper Mario 64, because originally that was called Super Mario RPG 2, so Yeah. And now look at Paper Mario nowadays. It's no more like it used to be. So. But yeah, but there you go. Those are my answers for that from what I can think of. So thank you very much for the question there. I appreciate that. Let's see. The next question is from 5uberpone2. It says, how many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Just one. Thanks, Mr. Owl. I'll never knew the answer to that one. Not thanks to Mr. Owl. A 1, a 3. I remember that commercial. So good. But yeah, I think the answer is 1. Just 1. But yeah, there's the answer. So thank you very much for that. Next question here. Also from Uber as well. It's an actual real question. Have I considered trying out VR? Yeah, I have actually. But man, the VR headset, man, is so expensive. Like, I thought it'd be funny if I ever did get VR, try out VR chat, because I think that would be super funny to do. Just to play that and just go around in VR chat and whatnot, because I think that'd be pretty funny. Even though I think VR chat's kind of dead in 2019, I think that'd be pretty fun. But there are some games that I think that would be really fun in VR as well. What was the one game I could think of that looked really cool? I forgot the name of it, but it was like a cooking simulator kind of thing, and you can play it in VR. And I think that would be absolutely hilarious. Just virtual cooking VR. I think that would be absolutely hilarious. VR would be very funny. I think it'd bring some funny things for sure. But it's something I'd be interested in, but the price point's a little too asky for me at the moment, because I don't really know if I really have a setup for it either. You kind of need like this big wide space for VR, and I don't really have that at the moment. So yeah, it's called Cooking Simulator. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know actually. What else would be? VR games just aren't there yet. Yeah, I mean, there's like some gimmick things you can do for some of the games. Like I know Final Fantasy 15 had something that was VR. Kingdom Hearts has something VR, but it's not like a game. It's just like you watch cutscenes or stuff like that, and you can like wield a keyblade for fun. But it's nothing too crazy. It's just it's like a little minor thing. So, but yeah, for like the actual games, it's kind of just like a minor thing. But there are like the actual VR titles, but there's nothing that's been like mind blowing to me yet. The only thing that I would think that was really cool is probably VR chat, and that's kind of it. So, I will jump into VR from SAO is a thing. Oh god, hopefully the guy doesn't take over the game and it makes it if you die in the game, you die for real. If I know how SAO works, that's how that goes. Not the guy, yeah, the guy who just like, he says, thanks for buying my game. Now you will all die. You'll betray Edge just in case? Wow. Big damn. That's a big mood right there. Poor Edge. So I need to get a VR headset. At some point I will. It's not really one of my highest priorities right now, but maybe some point I'll eventually pick one up. Whatever. So, is there like a VR headset that works for everything, or is it all different for every console? I think the PlayStation one's exclusive to just PlayStation. I'm thinking, right? Because I think there's like 100 different VR headsets. I could care less for VR, to be honest. I mean, I don't really care for it either, but I think it'd be fun just to try it out. Because I've never tried it out, and I've never been too big on it, but it seems like it'd be something fun to do and try out. PS has PlayStation, Oculus Rift is for PC. Oh, gotcha. It does seem like it'd be fun to try out, but I don't know if I want to spend, what is it, like $300 for it? I might as well just buy another console at that point, right? So, plus we have the new console gen possibly coming up in a year too, so there's that to look forward to. So, yeah. Plus, also, I want to get a new PC. I want to build a new PC at some point too. That's kind of my more my bigger priority right now would be to do that. So, but when that will be, who knows exactly. So, yeah. But yeah, so thank you for the question there. Let's see. Next question is from Billy again. So since WoW Classic is out, is there an MMORPG game that you ever played or wanted to play? if you had the time. Well, I did play WoW, but I didn't play Classic WoW. I played WoW back in its 3rd expansion, which was Lich King, Wrath of the Lich King. That was the one I jumped in on. Played a bit. Played through majority of Cataclysm, and then when Pandaria came out, it's kind of where I kind of stopped playing. Basically, I remember going with my friend to the Pandaria launch party when it came out, when it was getting released at midnight. So I ended up getting the game at midnight and whatnot. Well, it was fun. I mean, I kind of lost interest in WoW at that point. I don't know. Definitely one of those games that are very, like, you need to be doing things correctly and whatnot, and you can't really fuck... I mean, you can fuck around, like, when you're not battling and whatnot, but since I was in a server where Horde and Alliance could actually attack each other, yeah, you couldn't really do much like that, unless you were, like, in a Alliance-themed town or a Horde town, basically, right? So, yeah, there were a lot, but I did play a lot of MMORPG, or just MMO kind of like games in the past. I mean, I played Toontown. That was the one I played so much when I was younger. Sadly, that game closed, but it is been brought back by mods. People have kind of rebuilt the game with rewritten, and what was the other one called? Corporate Clash, I think it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, and I tried to figure those off my time, and the original was still very fun to play. The Corporate Clash, it seems like it's a very new take on it, which is nice. It'd be definitely a fun thing to try out on stream at some point. What else was there? What was the one game? Does anyone remember this game? Where you were like the little tanks. Everyone had like their little own tanks, and then it kind of played like Worms a bit. I forgot what the hell the name was of it called. It was so long ago. And it used to be like this big thing back in the day, like in the early 2000s too. It was like, not World of Tanks. No, it wasn't World of Tanks. It was like this an anime style too. It was like animated like style as well, and you had like people like driving around in like animated tanks and whatnot. And it played so much like Worms. I can't remember the name of it though. It's like oh man, I don't remember what the hell it was called. I can't think of it, but it used to be like such a big thing as well. Oh man, hold on. Let's see here. I can't remember it. Man, I wish I remembered. I'm gonna see if I can find it here. But yeah, I wouldn't say it was an MMO. It was more like an online experience kind of like thing where you match up with people and whatnot. Oh man, I can't remember what the hell it's called. I played a lot of those kind of like games back in the day too, where like you match up on like online with people on PC and whatnot. You play like a lot of stuff. Yeah, I can't think of it. Full online games from the 2000s. Yeah, let me try that. Let's see if that will help. Gunbound! That's what it was called. Yeah, Gunbound. I found it. It was called Gunbound. That's what it was called. Yes, that's what it was. Gunbound. Oh, yeah, I remember playing that game a lot back then. Oh, dude, that game was pretty fun, I gotta say. I remember it was Gunbound, and there was another game I used to play. And this game is no longer around anymore. At least the English servers aren't around anymore. It's been gone for years now, like a decade. I think it's only available in like China and stuff like that, and it was called a Survival Project. And this game was super fun. Yeah, this game was super fun, and unfortunately they took it down. So if they ever re-brought it back, I would probably play the shit out of that, because that game was one of my favorite games I played online and whatnot. Survival Project was pretty great. Gunbound was another one I played a lot of. I don't know if Gunbound even is still around. Let me see here. Is Gunbound still a thing in 2019? So what's this here? I'm looking on a Reddit post right here. Apparently, the people that made the original are making a brand new Gunbound. Well, holy fuck, dude, that is pretty sick. Wow, that is actually pretty sick to hear, actually, that they're making a brand new one. That's actually really cool. And the post came out on May 7th, 2019, on my actual birthday. That is actually pretty sick. That is actually really cool. Alright, let me see here about Survival Project. Anything new from this? Probably not. I doubt it, but yeah, this game's, like I said, it's not around. Oh, it's a Korean game. That's what it was. It's not China. It's Korean. Yeah, and there used to be a an English server as well, but unfortunately that closed down. I think in 2007, I think it was. So yeah, it's been a long time. Oh, according to this, the Korean server closed down February 24th, 2013. Damn, so it's no longer around anymore. Damn, I would love to see them bring this game back. It was super duper dope. Hold on, let me see if I can find some gameplay of it real quickly. Oh, I really enjoyed this game when it was a thing. Here, hold on, I'm gonna bring some gameplay up right here. If I can actually screen cap it, that would be nice. Alright, yeah. So here's what the game looked like. So, it was like a hack and slash kind of like thing, and you fought like bosses and shit. And then there was also matches where there was also like game modes you could play like soccer, you could play like hockey and stuff like that. Oh, this game was so cool. I missed this game a lot. I don't know why I always remember this game, but it was super duper fun. It was very easy to pick up and play too, like very easy to play. Like it was like keyboard, it was like keyboards, like mouse, like up, down, left, right on the controls, and then there was like 2 buttons, maybe 3 at times, depending on your character class you played. And yeah, it was super fun. There was like a PvP mode where you can like everyone fights for them against each other and whatnot. Oh, it was super fun, super duper sweet game. But unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't exist anymore. They closed the servers down like years ago, and this game came out in like what 2003, I think it was. And me and my friend used to play this game a lot after schools and whatnot. I don't know. He was the one that found it. I had no idea what this was until he told me about it. But yeah, this game was really sweet. Too bad it doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, then yeah, when the servers died, it was only just a Korean game only, and then now eventually they closed that down too. But yeah, I would like to see that again. Another one I tried out was it was called Maple Story, I think it was. I tried like a day, and I was like, this isn't for me. I didn't really like it as much. I don't know. I liked the art style of it. I thought the art style was really cool. I just couldn't get into Maple Story. I tried it, but I just couldn't. Something was like seemed off about it for me for some reason. I don't know. I know it was really popular. I just couldn't get into it for some reason. It was just one of those games where I just couldn't get into it, basically. Hold on, let me see here. What else did I try out that was an MMO or like an online game and whatnot? Oh man, let's see. I guess I can put Club Penguin because here's the story for that. So the only time I tried Club Penguin was like in high school a few years ago. It was during lunch break. And me and my friends were actually, or my friend actually made an account just for lulsies, and he went into the game and said hell, and he got banned. So we were trying to see how fast you could get banned in Club Penguin, and he got banned in like a second. The minute he wrote the word hell, he got banned. But yeah, that was the experience I had with that game. We were just kind of see how fast you can get banned in Club Penguin. I think were actually speed runs of it, actually, believe it or not. There was a category for speedrunning for how fast you can get banned in Club Penguin. It's amazing. I'm surprised there was even a category for that, and yeah, it was a legit thing, believe it or not. I also remember trying out, I think it was one of the Star Wars ones. It was the one that BioWare made a few years ago, but I don't know if that's still around. Let me see here. It was like Old Republic MMO or something like that. The Old Republic, what it was. Let me see. Yeah, it was The Old Republic. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Star Wars The Old Republic, yeah. And I remember trying that out one time when it became free to play. But again, I didn't really have too many people who played with me, so I just looked to try it out and whatnot. And it's definitely one of those games you definitely need people to play with in order to join, because if you play by yourself, it's not very fun. But to be fair, a lot of these MMOs are like that too. Like WoW, for example. I think WoW is boring when you don't play with anybody. Like if you're by yourself going through like questing and whatnot, I think WoW is repetitively boring. When you're playing with people, it's great, but when you're by yourself, it's not a great time. It's not a great time. Maybe that's why you couldn't get into WoW. Yeah, you definitely need to play with people in order to enjoy it a little bit more. But that, to be fair, that's like almost any MMO, honestly. If you're playing by yourself, it's not a great time. I don't really enjoy it as much playing them when you don't have anyone to play with. But that's how I see it, at least. Like maybe some people can find enjoyment in them on their own, but for me, it's got to be one of those games where I have to. That genre where I kind of have to play with people to actually have a good time with it. But yeah, then there was the occasional time which I played Habbo Hotel just for the lulz, and then there was also like a Habbo Hotel clone. It was called Coke Music. It was made by the Coca-Cola company, and that was really it. I don't know. Those were kind of like really all the like the online games I really played. So that was really it. So I can play WoW solo and with other people. That's cool. For me, I'm like I have to play with people. I can't play on my own with that game, or just MMOs in general. It just depends too. Like if I'm in the mood for it too. Maybe there are times I can, but for the most part, I have to be playing with people in order to have a good time with it. But again, that's just MMOs for me in a nutshell. But yeah, so thank you very much for the question there. That's kind of what I would like to see be remade. Is those games I said, and cool to see and learn today that one of the games is getting a new game. So that's cool. It's like I'm in the year 2000 again. All right. So the next question here is from the Four Horsemen of Twitch. Okay. It says, have you ever thought of playing any of the Darksiders games? Yes, actually. I actually been like thinking about playing these games for a while. Especially the I think it was the second one. The second one for sure. That one always interested me a bit because the main character looked really cool looking. Actually, I really liked his design. I think it looked really sweet. I know there's a third one that's come out, and it's actually going to be free on PSN in September, which I'll make sure to pick that up. But yeah, those are definitely games I definitely like to pick up because apparently they play a lot like Zelda, which is really cool. They're almost exactly like 3D Zeldas a bit, which is really neat. So it's definitely something I would like to try out at some point. But yeah, again, I have like these truckload of games I gotta play, and I'm like interested in it first. So it's definitely one of those games that will be a to be determined kind of thing, along with all these other games too, for sure. But yeah, but you know, I have interest in playing them for sure. So it just depends when I will ever get to them, for sure. But yeah, I have interest in eventually checking them out at some point. But we have to go through all three of them from first to the third one, basically. So yeah. Next question from Anonymous says, any plans to make changes onto the channel? I just made some announcements about it today, and also I'll answer more of that during the anniversary stream, so stay tuned. Alright, so next question here, thank you for the question by the way, it's from Cougar. It says, where do you see your life going in the new 2020s decade? I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. hopefully down the right path, but I don't know exactly yet. Not 100% sure. It's really hard to read the future until you have an idea on it, right? So I don't know for sure, but hopefully a lot of good things, a lot of life-changing things will be happening in 2020. Because later this year for sure, or like I guess at this point now in my life, I'm trying to like make some definitely changes in my life for sure, and hopefully that in 2020, I could make those changes happen for sure. And it's more just IRL stuff, not so much stream stuff, just IRL stuff. I would like to actually, I'm hoping to actually achieve too for sure. So, it's just a very just have to make myself do it. Basically, I can't be worried to do it. I just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. No need to be worried, kind of thing. But I always have cold feet on some things, so hopefully I can do it for sure. So yeah. But yeah, well, thank you for the question. But yeah, hopefully some good stuff happens for the future. That's for sure. But yeah, not sure if we got any more questions here. I'll give it a few more seconds here on our final ever Q&A session for the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. Because yes, as I mentioned, that this is the last Monthly Beatdown Podcast episode ever. So yeah, this is it here. For now, at least. Maybe at some point we'll bring it back, but at some point. But for now, it's going to be on the back burner for a little while. So yeah. Okay. Oh, here's a good question. From Anonymous, it says, what game are you most hyped for right now? Not DLC. Alright, good question here. I would have to say, for game-wise, honestly, I am very, very much looking forward to, definitely Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's what I'm looking really, really the most forward to. Avengers as well. That comes out in May next year. Animal Crossing is one of them. Astral Chain, which comes out this week. I think that might be 2019's game of the year from everything I've seen of it so far, and I'm hearing it's getting well received. So Astral Chain's definitely there. Definitely looking forward to the Link's Awakening remake. I never played Link's Awakening, as I mentioned here in the past a lot. I haven't played too many 2D Zelda games. I've only really played the 3D ones. The only 2D one I've played was A Link to the Past, and would like to fix that, especially with Breath of the Wild 2 in development. I would like to finally get back to playing Zelda. It's been 2 seasons, I think, since the last Zelda playthrough. Yeah, I think Breath of the Wild was the last time I played a Zelda game here, so we definitely would like to fix that here and play a little bit more Zelda games. Been wanting to play one for a while too, so at some point I would like to actually go back to play more Zelda, and I think that's the one I'll dive back into with Zelda, is the Link's Awakening remake. And I hear some very phenomenal things on those games, that game and the Oracle game in particular. So I'd like to eventually dive back to Zelda. Maybe that might be the first Zelda game I'll play since 2017. So yeah, would definitely like to play that one. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It looks really cool. I like the art style for it too. Everything looks pretty solid for that game so far. Luigi's Mansion 3. Yeah, there's another game I am highly, highly looking forward to. I was excited when it got announced, but I got really excited for it after E3. I think that what they showed at E3 for the game, like the trailer and all that stuff, Luigi's Mansion 3 looks to be the right direction, in my opinion. I know a lot of people don't really care too much for the second game. I didn't mind Dark Moon as much. However, if there was one thing I didn't really care too much for, it was the multiple mansions that were in the game. Where like in Luigi's Mansion 1, it was like one place, one mansion, and it looks like it's going back to one mansion again for the third game, which is great. And it looks like it's Luigi going to Tartarus. It's a legit hotel that looks like Tartarus. So yeah, maybe Luigi is in the Persona universe. Who knows? But yeah, I like everything I've seen for it, and it looks like it's bringing back a lot of the same animations that the second game had, and I think that was one thing positive that I have to give the second game of Luigi's Mansion, is that the animations and cutscenes were super, super good in that game. I loved how that game looked, and to see it now like in an HD form with the third game, yeah, I'm looking forward to Luigi's Mansion 3. It's looking like it's going to be a stellar title for the Switch. Hopefully that means we can eventually get the second one for the Switch at some point too. I'd love to see a port of that, but we'll see how the third game does first, because yeah, this game's looking like it's gonna be pretty good in my opinion. I'm all in on Luigi's Mansion 3. Pokemon Sword and Shield. I know this is a very controversial one to say, just because some people will bash you for being excited for this game, but some people will not, because it depends where you stand on this game as a whole. Whether if you're a fan with the changes they're making, whether if you don't care about every Pokemon not in the game and whatnot, it just all depends. But to be honest, I really only play the Pokemon games for the single player, so it doesn't really affect me too much. I'm not one of those people that do the shiny hunting and stuff like that. So all I care about is if the game has a good story, if it's fun to play. That's all I care about, honestly. And plus, it's a Pokemon game on home hardware, and that's been something I've wanted to play for years. I think I've waited for like a mainstream, like main title Pokemon game for home consoles for a long time. The ones we've gotten have just been spin-off titles or just like whatever kind of things. But we've never gotten the actual like Pokemon game for a home console before. So yeah, and say what you want about the animations and stuff like that from some of the Pokemon. I get it. They are kind of slacking on that department when you look at like the Coliseum games and stuff like that, for example, which have better animations. But you know what? It looks fine to me. I don't really care too much, honestly. Like I said, the gameplay comes first, and the fact that it's like this big open world of Pokemon, which is sick, honestly. I think that's like a cool idea, honestly. We could see the Pokemon walking around, and then you can go and try to catch them. But if you try to, they could be like double your level, and they could kick your ass. But you still got your random encounters as well in the thick bushes as well. So it's not like that's not gone anywhere, right? So it caters to almost like a lot of people, basically. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, there's some things I don't really care too much for. Like I don't care for the legendaries for Sword and Shield. I think they're kind of personally, I think they're kind of the weakest part of the game because design-wise, because they look too similar. One's got a sword in its mouth, and the other one's just got a shield. So that's just me. But yeah, Dynamax. Oh, are you talking about like the giant Pokemon thing? I don't really care. I'll see how it works in the game. I'm not gonna judge it by it being a thing. But I'll see how it is when the actual game's out. Then I can probably give a safe judge on that. But I think it'd be kind of cool. The only thing I don't really care for is that one ability now. Because it wasn't Dynamax, it was the other one that they announced. Where it basically like overwrites like Mega Evolution, basically. It's kind of like it's a better version of the Mega Evolution or something like that. Or it was like not the Mega Evolution. It was the what was it? It was like the special moves. Like if you remember in Sun and Moon, where you can give like a specific item to one of your Pokemon, and then they could do like a specific like ultimate like Thunder moves. Z move, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Z move. They kind of added a new mechanic in this game where that lasts for like 3 turns. So it's like it's a better Z move basically. So it's like wow, way to like throw away like the Z move mechanic from Sun and Moon and just make it like better in this one, where it can last for like longer. It's not just a one move kind of like thing. You can use it for like 3 turns and whatnot, which is pretty broken, but you know. But again, it's like we'll have to wait and see kind of like thing approach when it comes to that. But once people play it, then they can have a better understanding of it. Like you can't really judge a game right now with just looking at the gameplay you're just watching. You kind of have to play for yourself to kind of get an understanding of it too. So. I'm not gonna judge it for right now. So, but we'll see. We'll see. What's another game? Death Stranding. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Death Stranding. I'm one of those people that are looking super forward to that game. I'm a Hideo Kojima fan. I've slowly become one, and I look forward to see what his new game is all about, with the whole baby or BB and the there's a peeing mechanic in the game where you can pee and it grows mushrooms. It's like, what the fuck is this game even? It's so weird, but you know what? I'm looking super forward to it just because it's so fucking out there. I don't know. It looks wild, and I'm looking super forward to it. But you can't see the penis. I mean, do you want to? In that matter. But yeah, what else is there? I know one. I don't know if when this is coming out, but it's getting a remake, and the SpongeBob Battle in Bikini Bottom remake. I've never played this game. It seems like it's something up my alley, and I want to play it. I really want to play it. I really want to play it. It looked like I saw like early footage of it during what was it? It was during a Gamescom, and it looks fantastic. You've never played it? No, I've never played it. Funny enough, I never played it actually. I don't know. For some reason, I never played it, but I would love to. And it looks super good. It looks super fun. I probably could just emulate it on PS2 or Dolphin or something like that, but I'm gonna wait for the remake because might as well, right? And yeah, it looks super good. It's a platformer, and I love my 3D platformers, so yeah, really looking forward to that. Now here's a controversial one. Catherine, new body or full body? I don't know what the name of it's called. I don't know. Why not, right? Everyone who likes Persona is getting it, so I might as well check it out too. So yeah. And also, of course, if we're gonna talk about real Atlas games here, Persona 5 Royal. Oh boy, spring of 2020. Can't come any closer. I don't know when exactly that's supposed to be out, but it's supposed to be spring 2020. And yeah, when that game comes out, don't expect anything else to be streamed on the channel. Just gonna go and say that now. Yeah, for someone who skipped out on the original Persona 5, yeah, I can't wait to dive into this. I've been watching like a lot of like the trailers and stuff like that, and holy mother of God, I am really excited. I'm really excited. I'm very excited. March is the current rumor. Oh, sick. If that's true, hell yeah. March is gonna be loaded as fuck if that's true. Oh, speaking of March, there's another game I've mentioned that's coming. I forgot to mention that's in March. I mean, I've already talked about Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't think I talked about Animal Crossing. I'll put that on there because I like Animal Crossing. That's a fun game. But the other game I meant to talk about is, oh god. The other game that, shoot, what was it? Mr. Keanu Reeves game. That's the Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, that's it. That's a game. That game looks fucking awesome. I've never played a CD Projekt Red game before. I don't really care too much for The Witcher as much. But this game, on the other hand, it's up my alley. I love the whole futuristic kind of like thing, and yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm pretty sold in on that game. Game looks super good, and it's gonna be one of those long ass fucking RPGs. So, hooray, hooray! I'm always into sci-fi. Same, I am too. So that's why I'm really looking forward to it. It's like a sci-fi futuristic kind of like world in like the late 2000s or something like that, like late 2000s. And yeah, super excited to see what that game is all about and whatnot. And I watched some demos of it. Looks great. It looks breathtaking. Exactly. Will the game be breathtaking? Of course, it has Keanu Reeves. So yes, it will. It will be breathtaking. But yeah, I would like to say the new ukulele game, but I don't know too much on it. I know it's a 2D side scroller kind of like thing. It's not a 3D platformer. It's a 2D side scroller kind of thing. Still too early to judge kind of like thing. I don't know for sure yet when it comes to that yet. So maybe I'll play it. I don't know yet, but we'll see. But I want to support the ukulele. But apparently it's not an actual sequel. They said that it's like it's a different kind of game. I mean, it takes place after the first game, but it's not Ukulele 2. Like Ukulele 2 is still something they'll be doing at some point. Just it's not the second official game like Banjo-Tooie was the Banjo-Kazooie, for example. So Yeah, it's a 2D side scroller kind of like thing. Where it's still a platformer. It's 2D now. For this one, it's not a 3D one. So yeah, it's like nuts and bolts. Nope, nothing at all. Nothing at all like that. But yeah. Part of me wants to say Halo Infinite as well, but I haven't seen gameplay yet. I mean, the cutscene you saw at E3 was gameplay, as in game. So yeah, but I haven't really seen gameplay yet, legit gameplay, so I can't really say much yet on that. So probably won't have a fair share to say that until when I see it next year. So yeah, because I like Halo. So, and speaking of Halo Reach on Master Chief Collection. There you go. And also, I guess it for PC as well, because Master Chief Collection is coming out on PC. So yeah, there you go. And it's got Halo 1. Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, and Halo Reach. That's 5 games. All their campaigns, all their multiplayer, all that good shit. So, yeah. And I guess, if I have to say it, Breath of the Wild 2, that's another one. But that game could be out till like 2035. I'll be dead by then. So, yeah. So, it's never coming out, so. So Bayonetta 3 instead. How about that? Bayonetta 3. But that game's probably not coming out till 2099. 2099. Yes, that's how you get it. So, yeah. But yeah, so there you go. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to. I can't really think of anything else on the top of my mind. But as of right now that I can think of personally, those are what I can think of right now. So, oh, one more. I forgot. How could I forget this? No More Heroes 3. Now we're done. I forgot about that game. That totally slipped in my mind. I forgot that was a thing now. Yeah. So that's the last one, because yeah, I like those games. They're super great, hilarious. They're over the top, and I'm glad to see that we're actually finally getting a third game after all these fucking years. So very nice. I'm looking forward to it, and can't wait to see it actually in action when we can finally get gameplay of it. And it's supposed to be next year, so damn, rip my wallet next year. That's all I can say. So yeah, thank you for the question there. Oh, we got a few more questions here actually. Let me just take a look at what we got here. A question from Mario. What do you think about the Mario Kart Tour trailer? I like it, and I'm also triggered because I've never played the demo of it yet, or not the demo, the beta of it. So I never got around to trying it out because it was not available for me since I had a Google account, so I couldn't play it. So there was that. Plus, it was also not available in Canada. So that was another option. For gameplay, for footage-wise, it looks like it's obviously a 3DS game enhanced for a phone, and I'm very triggered because they add new tracks that are exclusive to that game, and they've also added tracks that I really like to it as well, and they could have just added that as DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it's like, why didn't you just make DLC? Come on. I get it, you want to make a mobile game, but it's like, come on. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is sitting here needing needing stuff, but I guess Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is dead now, so for like content, I don't expect we're getting content for that game at all. So, yeah, so we'll probably have to wait till Mario Kart 9 or 10, even though I think Mario Kart Tour is probably Mario Kart 9 now, so, but, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, it looks fine, but it has a lot of things that's like, really, you couldn't add this to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Really? Really? I don't know, I just feel like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe kind of just got shafted when it came to content, so, and then they have like, and then they make this mobile game, and it has like a better roster, and a better like, almost track well, I wouldn't say the track selection is as amazing, we don't really know all the tracks yet, but definitely the character roster is better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, they have Diddy Kong in Mario Kart Tour, like that, and they have costumes for like Mario and Peach. Peachette is a character. No, not Peachette. Yeah, Peachette. Yeah, Peachette, because it's Toadette. Yeah, that's right. So they have like all these characters, and they didn't bring them over to like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't know. It just kind of sucks. But for the people who bought Mario Kart 8 Deluxe again, to not really get anything to come with it. And then you're seeing like games like Crash Team Racing getting like all these nice little updates and whatnot. And well, Team Sonic Racing hasn't gotten anything since launch. I don't think it's been given a patch. So, but yeah, it just kind of sucks that they added stuff for this port of it and did one DLC for it, and that was adding Breath of the Wild Link and his car, or his bike, I guess, and bike parts to the game, and that was really it. So it just kind of a little disappoints me that we didn't get like at least one more map pack, like for two cups at least. That would have been so nice to have, but we didn't get it. So oh well, I guess we'll have to wait till the next mobile, console Mario Kart game. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't speak there, but yeah. But who knows when that will be? I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, so thank you very much for the question there. Next question from Chain. If Diva made it to Smash, would you main her? I'd try her out, but honestly, I don't think an Overwatch character is actually getting into Smash. I think people are overthinking it. I think it's just that Overwatch is just getting ported to the Switch. If you guys don't know, there was a thing going around the other day about an Overwatch Switch case being leaked by Amazon, and then Amazon took it down after people found out about it. So it might have been accidentally been leaked. So I'm thinking it's probably just a port of the game coming to Switch, which is about time, because I was like, dang, about time that's coming to the Switch. And if it does come out for it, I'll probably pick it up again, just because I don't mind double dipping again. But yeah, I'm tired of hearing people thinking like just because this game got ported onto the Switch doesn't automatically guarantee that they're getting into Smash Bros. Like, think about it. When Joker got announced, there wasn't a mainline Persona 5 game on the Switch, right? At that time. Now you can make the argument that Persona Q was announced, but that was 3DS. I'm talking more about like the main console, the Switch. We didn't get an announcement for a Switch Persona 5 game with the Persona 5S, which is Scramble, until after I think Joker came out, or at least the week he was coming out, basically. It was during the week where they did the Persona concert, and that was months after he got announced for Smash, right? So yeah, so that doesn't mean anything. On top of that, Banjo-Kazooie, who hasn't had a video game in what, 10 years, and hasn't had a game on the Nintendo system since like the Game Boy Advance, doesn't mean that doesn't mean that means they was getting in automatically because they had a game on there. Another one, Cloud. Cloud's game never was on a Nintendo hardware until they recently ported it. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm just tired of like the whole thing of people saying, "Oh, this character, this game is on the console, or it's coming to the console. That means they're guaranteed for Smash." Now it's like that doesn't mean nothing. That means absolutely nothing. King K. Rool hasn't had a game in how long, and he made the Smash. So it really. And Castlevania. When was the last time Castlevania had a game? Oddly enough, with the music playing in the background. I don't know. Same as Metal Gear, right? I mean, I guess when Snake originally was in Smash, Metal Gear was a bigger thing, but nowadays not so much, right? So, but just because a game just gets announced doesn't mean anything. So, I wouldn't get your hopes up on it. So, yeah. But if it does happen, though, great, awesome. But I wouldn't take it. I take it with a grain of salt. That just because a game got put onto the Switch means that they're automatically getting their game. They're getting automatically added to Smash. So, I don't know. But if would I use Diva to answer the question? The answer is probably yes, because she was probably my main Overwatch main. It was her and Reaper, so I'd rather have her in over a lot of other characters in the game. And now I think the safer option would be Tracer, because Tracer is the main character. But I would prefer Diva just because I'm a Diva main, obviously, and I'd rather have my mains from that game make it into games I like, right? So. But they probably go with Tracer though. So, but I think it'd make a funnier like announcement trailer with her, because she could just be playing a random game and then she just gets sucked into Smash Bros. Because it makes so much sense actually when you think about it. So, but again, I wouldn't take this with a grain of salt though. But if it does happen, sick. But if it doesn't, yeah, I'm not surprised. So yeah, so thank you for the question there. Oh, got the same question again here. I'll delete that. Next question is from next question is from. Oh, I have 4 questions. What the fuck? When did this happen? Oh, did my thing crash? What the fuck? Hold up. There we go. Okay, yeah, it was acting up for some reason. Okay, I was getting the same question every time. All right, so next question from Jinjos says, if you could revive a dead game series, what would it be? Well, anything that Rareware made. That's my answer. Because they're dead games. They haven't had a game in how long? So anything from Rare would be nice. Another one would have to be. I don't know. Those are like the only things I can think of. Everything I normally am into is currently still pretty frequent nowadays. So, but yeah, it would have to be stuff that from the Rareware titles, like a new Banjo game, a new Conquer game, a new Jet Force Gemini. Hell, I'll even put Perfect Dark in there as well. But yeah, that's what I would like to see, like a lot of those IPs to come back, because I feel like it's time. They've been sitting. They have not really done much with any of them for years. And look at Conquer. No, not Conquer. Look at Crash and Spyro. Like, they got their remakes, right? And they got their remakes, and it'd be nice to see like just remakes again for some stuff, because I'm a sucker for that stuff. I like that. So if anything I liked got remade like that, I'd be the first to buy it. Tell you what. So I don't know. It'd be nice to see another like another game from those franchises. So now I've seen this in the chat here. That's a game that can stay dead. That doesn't need to come back. That doesn't need to come back at all. So yeah. Catherine 2. Oh yes, Catherine 2. That's a sequel. Yep. Hopefully, Catherine Full Body does it really good. That it gets a sequel. That's what I'm in for as well. Trying to think what else. I would like Star Fox, but that series is dead. Star Fox Zero killed it, unfortunately. F-Zero would be cool, but that's never happening at this point. I don't think that will ever happen. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of anything else, honestly. That's really all I could really think of. I figured how they could fix Star Fox Zero. And what's that make? Don't have motion controls? Easy fix. Easiest fix in 2019. You port it on the Switch. Yep, that's true. But to be fair, you could play the game like this though. Hold on. What if it was a undocked game only, and you had to do this? That would suck. I could just see them doing that too. That would be horrible. Absolutely horrible. If that's what ends up happening. I could honestly see that happening if they did port it. That would break my neck, yeah. Honestly, when I was playing Star Fox Zero, it almost broke my neck. I was getting such neck cramps from playing it. It was not a good time. Because you had to look down, and you had to look up, and then you had to look in this thing and that, and you had to be moving around, and it's nauseating. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a horrible game. It's just a game that was not done well. That's all I'll say. I've played worse. I'll say. Just when it comes to Star Fox, it's definitely the worst thing they've made for it, for sure. Really, really, really underwhelming as a whole, which is too bad. Oh, Paper Mario would be another one. You may be saying, well, Paper Mario had a game recently. Well, he's dead. He hasn't been alive actually since Super Paper Mario. So, I would like to. I would bring back RPG Paper Mario, and not this color splash, sticker star garbage that we have nowadays. But yeah, I'd revive a whole new RPG Paper Mario game, and make it a sequel from at the ending of A Thousand Year Door. So, but Annie, Sticker Star is a good game. All right, I gotta leave. Goodbye. I'm out of here. See ya. It is not a good game. Shut up. All right. But yeah, I don't know what else I would actually bring back. I don't know. I couldn't think of it, honestly. Survival Project. I was just talking about that earlier with MMOs. That would be one. So I would love to see that again. I'd love to see a new game of that, because that would be fantastic. But will it happen? Probably not. But it'd be cool. It'd be cool. But yeah, I can't really think of it. Maybe Chrono Trigger, actually. Chrono Trigger would be cool, because that series is dead at the moment, right? I don't remember the last time Chrono Trigger really had a new release. I think Chrono Cross was the last time, and that was a PS1 game. So that should tell you something. It's been decades and years and years and years. So whether they do like a sequel to Trigger or the Cross, or just like a whole new Chrono game, works for me, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I think that should be something that they should bring back for sure. So, but yeah, but that's really all I can really think of when it comes to that. So thank you for all the question there. Appreciate it. Let's see. Another question is from Jinjo. Says, how would you feel Tracer got into Smash? Yeah. I like Overwatch, but nah. I'd pick other characters over her personally. But to be fair, we do need another female rep, honestly. And I think we'll probably get a female character for the DLC coming up here. I just don't know who it would be. But I think if the stars are aligning, then it could be Tracer. But yeah, Persona 3 MC. But we already got a Persona character. and the Persona 3, the Persona girls are all in the background of the Memento stage. And also, Best Girl is in the game too. It's Teddy on your Mii's head. So we already have everything we need. So yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't really, I wouldn't care too much on it. I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. It wouldn't be really crazy exciting. Like, I mean, no, actually, no, I'll take that back. It would be shocking, I will say, or surprising. But I won't be like, that was okay, I guess. I don't think it's a character that would even waste a spot, even. I just don't think it will happen. That's just how I'm thinking. That's just my mindset when it comes to it. Like, I think it's just a character that I don't see happening at all. Because what songs would you put into Overwatch into Smash Bros? That's the thing, right? What music tracks would you put in that are from the actual game into Smash Bros, right? That's the problem I see with this. There's only like one song I can think of, and that's like the victory tune, right? I don't know. Like, I just don't get where people are getting this, like, where they're getting this, like, oh, Overwatch is getting into Smash Bros. Like, I don't know. There's no music in that game. Like, there's like one tune I can think of, and that's the victory theme when you win a match and stuff like that. That's the only kind of music I can think of. Are they talking about the CGI trailers? Because that has music, but that's nowhere to be found in the games at all. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. And everyone's like on board, like this is happening for real. It's like I just can't see it. Plus, another thing is that it's an Activision Blizzard company, a Blizzard game, right? And Blizzard's an American developer. I mean, technically Banjo is also a not Japanese as well, but there was history with that character to put him in Smash, and I just don't see them putting like American characters at all. That's the problem I have. Like, if you're gonna put someone, if you're actually gonna put like an FPS character that's from the US, I could honestly see Doom Guy or Master Chief making it in for representing the FPS genre. I just can't see Overwatch. I mean, I get it would fit the art style for Smash a lot, but I just can't see it at all. It just doesn't make sense to me. And if Activision had a choice to put a character in, why in the hell would they choose Tracer over someone like Spyro the Dragon or Crash Bandicoot, right? You would have to think they would pick those two over Tracer any day, right? So I'm pretty certain that Activision has the right to put whoever they want, even if it's Blizzard-owned people as well, right? So, I don't know. I just find that so, like, far-fetched. Like, I could be the only minority one thinking that, but, yeah, I don't know. I would be hyped for a Master Chief. I would too. And that's a series that has some good music that would fit in Smash Bros. So well. And I think he could fit into the game perfectly fine. Personally, I think he would fit in great. You have Snake in there. He's, like, in a very, like, edgy game. And you also have Castlevania as well. So it's not that far-fetched for Master Chief to get in. And I could honestly see it potentially happening too. Like, I think he'd be, like, potentially like the second or last character. He'd be where, like, he'd be like one of those announcements, because you want to end with somebody big, and I think you don't get anyone bigger than Mr. Microsoft, right? So, and I think he'd be cool to have. And recently, I've read that Microsoft's trying to lend out more of their IPs to everybody. So, yeah, what a better way to do that than putting him in that game, right? So, there you go. There you go. Makes a lot of sense. And that's a series that has a lot of music in it, along with, like, Doom as well. So, yeah. But yeah, I like I said, for Tracer, I couldn't care less, honestly. I mean, I'd be like, that's cool, but I wouldn't be like, I'll be excited for shock value, but I'll be like, eh. Afterwards, I'm like, it is what it is, unfortunately. But I just don't see it happening. I just can't see it. It seems like most companies are being better about sharing their characters. Yeah, but will Disney be will Disney be better at that? That's the question. If they actually have full rights to them, or if people are saying that that Square owns them, then we'll see. We'll see. But I don't know. Even Square's kind of stingy with, like, characters. I mean, when it came to, like, Cloud in Smash Bros, he only got 2 songs in the game. And when the Dragon Quest characters came out, sure, there's 2 songs from each character from Dragon Quest. They were MIDI files, MIDI files. They weren't the legit orchestrated versions. They were in-game versions of the songs. It's like, oh, why? Why would you do that? I don't know. They're pretty stingy when it comes to stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know. Disney hates sharing. It's true. It's true. So, again, who knows? Who knows? We really honestly don't know who the last 2 characters for that game is gonna be. So, we'll find out eventually. But it's just a wait and see kind of thing. But, also, Sony probably doesn't like sharing either. Yeah, that's another one. I don't think Sony really cares either, to be honest with you. That's why I'll never see a Sony character in Smash Bros. Either. So. But, yeah, so there you go. There's the question there, and I think that was all of our questions there. So, yeah, so thank you, everyone, for all the questions there. I appreciate it. It was fun doing these Q&A sessions during the Monthly Beatdown podcast. But, yeah, I'll definitely answer more of these questions for sure in the future on streams, on actual streams and whatnot. So, yeah. It was definitely a fun thing to do for sure, but yeah, but that definitely will wrap it up for our final ever episode of the Monthly Beatdown Podcast. Yes, as I said earlier, that this was the last episode ever for it, so for now at least, maybe eventually we'll bring it back at some point, but for the time being, it's definitely going to be going away for because, yeah, definitely need a bit of a break from it from a whole, and 36 episodes, pretty good. That means we did it for, like, we did this show since, like, 2016 after I came back from a hiatus, and we've done it ever since then. And it was fun, very fun to do, but definitely would like to try something different when it comes to podcasting down the line. I mean, I would like to do channel updates every now and then for myself here on stream, but it may just not be as frequent. So, yeah, it might be every once in a while if I have something to announce and whatnot. I'll do something like this, but that's really it, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe eventually something will come back in a podcast side of way. Really, 2016? Yep, September of 2016 is when I did my first ever Monthly Beatdown podcast. That's when we started doing that, and it's changed its look every now and then too, and I really enjoyed how this look became for the Monthly Beatdown podcast. Even though it was much more workload heavy doing it like this, but yeah, it was still pretty great to do, announcing some stuff and whatnot. But again, I could always just announce stuff on the fly. When it comes to like general announcements on Discord or on stream and stuff like that. So yeah, always enjoyed actually having new casters of the month kind of thing, but I couldn't decide for this final month, unfortunately. Didn't know who to pick, unfortunately. I had so many people already that I was like, I just couldn't decide on who to pick, so I didn't know who to choose. So that's why everyone is a caster of the month for the last everyone. So yeah, that will do it for our final episode of the Monthly Beatdown podcast. Just a little bit of a recap of what we talked about today. We had our subscriber shout out. Thank you for everyone who subbed for the channel for the past month. I appreciate that very much. We also had our month recap. We had our month plans for September. We had our scheduled released as well, so you can find that over at twitch.tv/EddieManTGD/events. We also had our Highlight of the Month Highlight of the Month showcase as well. We also talked about the anniversary show. We also talked about the future of the Monthly Beatdown podcast. That was all discussed as well. And then we had a Q&A session. So yeah, bit of a longer stream today than I thought it was going to be. That lasted a little longer than I thought it would. But this was the last episode of the Monthly Beatdown podcast, so it made sense that we ended on a bit of a high note. So yeah, so yeah. But with that, that's gonna do it. So once again, thank you everyone for whoever's tuned in for the Monthly Beatdown podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'll look for some sort of way we can implement a podcasting in the future, but maybe we won't do it as much, but maybe we'll do something at some point. But definitely stay tuned and look forward in the future for something like that. But for now, we are gonna sign off for the last time for the Monthly Beatdown podcast, because this was our last episode of it. So it's an ending of an era. But it was fun to do, but kind of move on and make things a little less stressful when it comes to casting for myself as a whole. So yeah, but I'll be back, guys. My next stream will be tomorrow. We'll be here with Late Night Beatdowns with Tetris 99 and a Viewer's Choice game. And y'all get to choose what gets played for Viewer's Choice portion, so make sure to go vote for that. The poll is available up on the weekly update, so those will be staying, by the way. So those aren't going anywhere, so look forward to those. So, yeah. But with that, that'll be it. So thanks for everybody for watching the final episode of the Monthly Beatdown podcast, and I'll see y'all next time on the next edition of the Gaming Beatdown. Take care, have yourself a great night, and we'll hope to see you all during the amazing month of September for streaming. So until then, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.